life down to see myself deep into another spectrum. Vibrations of the transformation, yeah. My ever-loving intervention, energy rising in unique progression. You're watching me glow, feeling the flow. Positive energy continues to grow. Y'all already know, others rushing too fast. Better take it real slow. They call me mellow yellow.
So how are my orifices? How are my orifices doing? Orifices? No, it's just orifices. A lot of air in my orifices. It kind of sucks because like I'm blowing air every 2 to 3 minutes, and it sucks. Game over. Kind of sucks. It kind of shucks, man. Do. So now. But yeah, other than that, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? How's everything with you, man? I'm here trying to catch up with everything that's going on. I know I haven't been on and up to speed with what's been happening. I mean, I already know about the whole acquisition thing for GameStop. I saw that the SPY was on a wild tear, and then it just kind of just went back down to where it was near yesterday's lows. Yesterday's lows. It was 681.90 at that bottom there, around 1:35 in the afternoon, and then going all the way up to 697, almost $698, to then just top over and then fall right back down to almost where it was at a low of 684.03, to then recover once again. It's like, what kind of roller coaster is this? So I'm just looking at that. I'm like wondering, is this even normal? I mean, this is pretty wild and volatile. And what is this? Whoa, what happened here? Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Yo, Chris, what's up? Good evening. Good evening to you. Yeah, man. What's been happening? What's going on? You got the dollar index here trying to come back down. I don't know if you've heard about the shit that's going down in Iran, but it's probably the reason why oil is actually coming back up. bouncing from those lows of $61 per barrel. And I didn't even know this, but oil had reached last week a high of almost $67 per barrel. And then it came back down. It came back down to gap down, unless it's trying to gap up again and fill the gap up side back to 65. I mean, I'm not too sure, but let's see what's going on here. How's everybody doing? You got served. You got served by silver futures this week. So wait, let me guess. You decided to go the opposite direction. Nah. Oh, Sonny. Good evening. Great night for sure. Great night for me in the toilet. It's been a rough 2 nights, honestly, Sonny. I had a stomach virus or something that I ate this past Sunday at some Japanese restaurant that was ran by Chinese. I had an eel. I don't know if it was broiled eel over rice. I also had some type of tofu, fried tofu. But it was a mixture of other things that I had this past weekend, and it was not good. My body rejected it, or maybe something in the eel that kind of gave me a bug, and then I just, my body couldn't take it, and I just rejected everything. I wouldn't want to go into details because it's TMI, but you get the point. But I'm slowly recovering. It's it's better. It's better now. That is no fun, but oh my gosh. Anyways, how are you doing? How is progress with your back? How are you feeling? Wow, that's a double racial statement. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is. But yeah, so I was pretty much trying to catch up to everything that was happening in the markets. I mean, crazy. It's just crazy how the SPY was moving. Again, like I was mentioning a few moments ago, crude oil seems to be recovering and climbing back up. Didn't know it was actually close to $67 last week per barrel. But here to read commodities intraday targets and key levels. They're looking at this to go up to 67 maybe. But I know that there's a lot going on with Iran. So as you can see here, oil rises amid U.S.-Iran tensions. Oil rises in the morning Asian session amid U.S.-Iran tensions. The U.S. shot down an Iranian drone aimed at aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln. This confrontation has raised worries of a further conflict between the U.S. and Iran, potentially leading to oil supply disruptions in the Middle East. CBA's Vivek Dar says in a note, while the U.S. and Iran are set to start talks on Friday, President Trump's threat that quote-unquote bad things would happen if no agreement is reached over Iran's nuclear program justifies a risk premium, the analyst adds. Front month WTI crude oil futures are up 1.1% at $63.91 per barrel. So yeah, futures are up currently. So we will eventually see the stocks correlated to oil the ones that we have talked about previously a long time ago, like INDO. INDO has also been tracking along with crude oil. Last week when crude oil hit around 67, let's just round it up to 67 a barrel. INDO managed to reach a high of 529, then to follow crude down to the downside, hitting a bottom around 350 and change, and now breaking back over $4 to close at $4. Well, actually no, $3.99, with a little bump in the after hours to 410. You have AGIG doing the same exact thing and tracking alongside with INDO and crude oil. This was at a high of $3.88, close to $4. So yeah, mind you, we've seen this happen. So anytime where you see crude oil rising, and if it rises a bit quicker than expected, these stocks, these small cap stocks like AGIG, for example, which has a market cap of only $104.94 million and a float of 3.32 million. That is a very tiny float. And INDO with a market cap of only 59.80 million and a float of 9.52 million shares, too, also tiny. So again, any unexpected rise in crude oil, let's say like if it were to jump tomorrow morning to $67 per barrel, you would see these stocks spike up in volatility. So it could be like one of those like swing plays, long-term swing plays, in my opinion, not financial advice. Let's see, I had to cancel the surgery because I came done with a bacterial shoot. And that's the thing, because you're trying to get rid of the infection, and obviously, you have to be at 1,000%, like completely healthy before getting into any type of surgery. So that is unfortunate. It is unfortunate to hear that you had a bacterial infection. Hopefully, with the right treatment and everything, that all goes away. So then they'll be able to move forward with the surgery. What kind of bacterial infection was it, if you don't mind me asking?
That you was making, all the times that you was flaking, but your face was always breaking. Your character, your dad was faking.
So when is it postponed to? Oh, there goes the birdie. Oh. Let's see what else we got. I know there is one stock that TP has been following, and the other guys in the Lion's Den, Halliburton Company. So you have energy companies gaining as investors wait on returning supply, and also with U.S.-Iran talks. 2 days ago, I did not see this little article here, which says here that Trump says India will buy oil from Venezuela. Interesting. U.S. President Donald Trump on this past Saturday, said India will buy Venezuela oil, helping to replace some of the Russian oil that the world's third biggest oil importer buys. Quote, "We've already made the deal, the concept of the deal," Trump told reporters aboard Air Force One as he traveled to his vacation home in Florida from Washington. Reuters reported on Friday that the United States had told Delhi it could soon resume purchases of Venezuelan oil to help replace imports of Russian oil, citing three people familiar with the matter. India stopped buying oil from Caracas last year after Trump in March imposed a 25% tariff on countries buying Venezuelan oil. In his comments on Saturday, Trump said India would buy Venezuelan oil instead of Iranian crude. However, New Delhi stopped loading oil from Iran in 2019 due to U.S. sanctions over Tehran's nuclear program. Indian refiners turned to U.S. oil to make up for the loss of Iranian supply, then curbed U.S. purchases and became the top buyer of Russian seaborne oil sold at a discount after Western nations imposed sanctions on Moscow for its invasion of Ukraine in 2022. And you can already imagine how that was, and if you all remember exactly what had happened during that time when Russia invaded Ukraine and the war started, that triggered a massive uprise in oil prices, crude oil prices, back in March of 2022, which was insane. Never seen anything like it. But it was very, very fast. It didn't take a short time. Not a very long time for the prices to run from as low as 64, where we actually are currently, back in December of 2021, and then leading up to that conflict, it had continued rising up week after week, leading to March 2022, when those tensions when that conflict had started. So rising from as low as 64, as a matter of fact 62.46 December 2nd of 2021 to the high of $129.42 per barrel on the high back in March 8th of 2022. And that had triggered many of these oil squeezes that you've seen here in the past, like what happened with INDO. My man Fishy on the chat right now with the Rockets. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, so seeing INDO back to those lows before that huge squeeze, here from about $3 to $4 all the way to as high as $86.99. So it's insane. It's insane to see that, and I wonder if the tensions do escalate with U.S. and Iran, and something pops off huge. Who knows if we get to see a repeat of that, and oil just start to rise like crazy. I mean, from the looks of it and what we've seen on the daily chart on crude oil, WTI crude oil, it looks like it's holding up a trend pretty nicely. It could reject below 64, but if it holds above that, you'll probably be seeing this recover back to where it was a couple of days ago, last Thursday, at a high of 66.48, probably $67. I'll probably bring this over here, this target, and see if it hits that this week. If it does hit 67 before this week is over, then you know that something is up for sure. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Chris motherfucking Carden. Let's see. Sonny says, I don't know. All I know is that I was spitting up a lot of mucus and it would not go away. So it was okay. So it sounds like bacterial infection in the lungs, from what that seems. Yeah, that's something that would interfere with going ahead with that procedure. But yeah, that does sound like you had a chest infection, probably. Definitely try to drink some of that. I want to say whatever tea that can help clear the bronchioles, and be able to clear that bacterial infection. You have turmeric, ginger, honey. You got clove, the good stuff. There's definitely, when there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way to be able to remove that infection. Because sometimes meds, in my opinion, the type of meds that are out there, they don't really work as well as they intend to. So, let's see. What is LionOfAllTradez history? How long have you been in the market? Were you involved in the GameStop short squeeze? What grabbed your attention? So, alright, so what's crazy is that I actually had got into the market in February of 2021 officially. My best friend from high school, and he was just recently added to the Lions Den Discord, and you might have remember him, Dario. So he put me on to the market, and he put me on Webull. And so pretty much I had some money saved in a CD account in a Korean bank while I was working as security in that same bank. And so he pretty much pitched in the idea of, being able to make that money work for me in, ways that a CD would take a long time, just to see some, chump change of interest grow, and not experience the growth that you want to see in your account. And who wants to wait for a year to see just a little bit of money accrue and interest in your account, when you can pretty much learn how to trade in the markets, the ins and outs, learn about the ebbs and flows, learn about technical analysis, invest in stocks, and try to make money that way. And I went along with it. I decided to close that CD account. Took my couple of $100 and put it into Webull, and from there, that's when I started to get into the market. Now, what's crazy is that I had just heard about the GME squeeze from when it happened, and what's crazy is that I had missed it. And so that actually intrigued me. But at the moment, I was, pretty much, just taking $100 every week and then just putting into one stock that he got me into, and it was Nano Dimensions. And the ticker symbol is NNDM. And what's crazy is that they're still around. I'm surprised that they're even still around till this day. I really don't know what's going on with this stock, but I got in pretty high, just kept buying the dip every time it would drop. And yeah, I mean, it never, to be honest, I never knew what I was getting into. You just thought that it would probably be a good company to invest in. But then when I saw something happen around March, and retail was really growing, and talks about AMC and GME, running again, and then the whole subject of Lou versus Wall Street. Because honestly, Lou versus Wall Street, he was pretty much the reason why I got into the meme stocks. I think it would be better leaving the money where it was. To be honest, and I know that mistakes happen here and there. Nobody's perfect. When it comes to getting into the market blindly, you're just like, I went in blindly into options. That's what happened. And I had gotten the basics of it. But the thing is, I didn't really know the aspect of being able to sell at the top. And I literally learned it the hard way, because I let greed get the best of me. And just to be transparent, I mean, I had put in a good 1 to 2K into shares and a couple in options, and let's just say I would have had enough to be able to clear all the debt that I had in cards. Probably would have been able to have my own apartment and just be able to put some of the money aside for dividend stocks and just get paid in dividends while still working, but being able to be comfortable and knowing the fact that I'm financially stable. So, but the thing is, I've spiraled out of control after the whole AMC GME debacle after June, and I was going through it. I was going through all the mistakes, especially into options. I don't even remember the last time I ever invested into shares in a company, because I was all like trying to chase the high. I was always trying to chase the potential gains in options, and that really messed me up. And especially the SPY really kicked my ass. I was also in other plays, like BBIG and MMAT and OCGN and a few others in options, but AMC, doing options in AMC, that hurt a lot in my pockets, because I kept thinking, I kept hoping, that it would rebound, and then all of a sudden that we would see another squeeze, but that was not the case. And I pretty much lost hope. And then just seeing everything unfold, us seeing everything unfold with AMC and all the other stocks before our eyes, I'm thinking, man, like this is insane. Like what are they doing? So I just kept, I kept doing what I did with options. I was doing the SPY some more, like a crack addict. But I did have some successful runs here and there. I had gotten rewarded, I had gotten paid a couple of times, but then I would be right back down to square one. And I could never get past 1K. But if I were to take everything that I had learned so far today and pretty much go back in time from when I first started, then I would have known what to do right there and there to be like, well, you know what? I have to remember that when it gets to a certain point, I have to tell myself, listen, take what you can now, because eventually it's gonna go back down and you're gonna lose everything. That's why I'm always like saying, like, don't let them take a single penny back on what you've gained. Take every single penny of theirs in any way you can. Because one day maybe you'll become the next 1% or 2. But if you know how to navigate through the charts, and if you know how to read people's body languages and what they're saying about a specific company or whatever's happening to a stock, you will get the the emotions of it. You will get the feeling of what could happen, and on top of everything that you know in terms of technical analysis and the flows of the market, I'm pretty sure that we will all be able to get it and be successful traders, so that we wouldn't be looking back in the past and saying, wow, like, why did I do this, and I really screwed myself up with that one. No. You got to take every day as a lesson. Take note of what you've did and learn how to find ways to improve yourself the next day and keep going. But always limit yourself at the same time. And I know that eventually one of these days I will be able to become successful and be able to earn my reward for getting in a play at the right time, at that moment, and knowing the fact that I don't have to worry about yesterday and now having to look forward to tomorrow, because I could be debt free one day, and that's my goal for now. And I hope and I wish that for everybody too, for success and for everyone to make it. Exactly. I should, right? Listen, you know how crazy it would be if they decide to make pattern day trader rules limited to $2,000 instead of $25,000. Man, the unlimited trades that I would be taking right now. But to be on the safe side of things, of course. But yeah, fishy, that is the main key too, is to not give up. Because that's one thing I really wouldn't want to look forward to, is to continue working as a security guard. And even though I do like doing deliveries too on a bike, because it's exercise and it's also rewarding, as long as nobody gets in my way and nobody with a phone, you know, tries to cross the street on the bike lane while I'm trying to go on the green light, then I'll be good. Dude, I kid you not. If they were to have changed the rules back in 2021, oh boy, we would all be stinking rich. Not financial advice. Theoretically speaking, of course. Do you think Ryan Cohen is going to require Railtown? You know how bad William would have to, you know, apologize for his remarks and statements on Ryan Cohen. He would be on his knees begging for forgiveness and kissing his feet because he bought Railtown. Ryan Cohen theoretically would be able to buy 10 times the float of Railtown and squeeze that bitch to like $500 a share and probably have a heart attack. And he will have no other choice but to kiss his feet and be like, "Oh, Ryan Cohen, I can't believe you bought Railtown. I can't believe you changed my life. I'm so sorry for everything that I just said. Let me kiss those toes, Ryan, because that's all I could do. If you want me to do anything else, I'll go down on you. Forget about Lucky going down on me in the past, but well, you know." But you know what I'm saying. But speaking of, GameStop and the acquisition of a big, huge deal, I would like to know too of what the decision is going to be. So I wound up looking through Google and just searching around. There was this one article here from yesterday. GameStop CEO wants to acquire a public company. Quote unquote, going to be genius or totally foolish. So, in brief, wow, I sound like Jerome Powell just clearing his throat. In brief, GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen is working to acquire a publicly traded company, likely in the consumer or retail industries. The news comes after GameStop closed over 470 U.S. stores, and Cohen was offered a $35 billion performance-based stock option. Quote, "There are a lot of diamonds in the rough," diamond hands, "that have sleepy management teams." You listen to that. Listen to that. There are a lot of diamonds in the rough that have sleepy management teams. Cohen stated, I didn't fix GameStop to stop there. There are a lot of diamonds in the rough. They have sleepy management teams. I wonder. So GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen is looking to acquire publicly traded. Speaking to the Wall Street Journal, Cohen shared plans to take GameStop from a $11 billion company to a $100 billion in market cap or market value. Part of this plan is a push to acquire a publicly traded company, likely in the consumer or retail industries. While Cohen did not share what companies he already has in mind to purchase, he did state that any acquisition would be, quote, big, and that it's ultimately either going to be genius or totally foolish. In January 2026, it was reported that GameStop was set to close over 470 stores in the United States, following the closure of 590 U.S. stores in 2024. GameStop also sold its Canadian operations in 2025 with plans to relaunch as EB Games in Canada. Wow, EB Games, I haven't heard of that in so long. GameStop subsidiary EB Games in Oceania, I don't know how to say that, ceased operations in New Zealand on January 31st, 2026. Also, that just happened recently. He has incentive, but I don't trust corporate America still. I will change my mind if he buys something and retail is predominant and right. Correct. We really don't want any more mishaps like in the past. Listen, honestly, I just want to be in and out. If I can be in, you make me $1 million and I get out, then I'm good. That's it. Then the rest is history. But at the same time, GameStop's board of directors stated that GameStop's market capitalization would have to grow to $100 billion in order for Cohen to achieve the US $35 billion performance-based payout. His compensation is entirely at risk, the statement read, meaning he will only be paid if the company achieves significant market and operational goals. The Wall Street Journal reported GameStop's current cash and liquid securities that it can use for an acquisition as standing at around $9 billion. So he says here that there are a lot of diamonds in the rough that have sleepy management teams. I didn't fix GameStop to stop there. So what I did was I added a screenshot and I posted it onto ChatGPT. So what's really happening here is that this isn't GameStop buying a random company. This is Cohen turning GME into a holding company / capital allocator. Think less, all right? So before I get into this, just know that ChatGPT is AI and can make mistakes. Just know that this is for educational, research, and entertainment purposes. Everything and anything said on this stream is strictly in our opinion and not financial advice. Now on with the conversation with ChatGPT. If you guys don't mind proceeding. All right. Let's see. Where will BTC be by 2030? Times that 554,000 BTC. I don't know. I thought about that too, and I'm just wondering because all the Bitcoin that he had acquired from last earnings statement. I wonder that. I wonder that too. I wondered that too. And mind you, like, honestly, Bitcoin still looks pretty bearish to me. Just looking at the 4-hour chart right now, currently, it's not looking cute. Not looking cute at all. You got the EMA ribbons here, trying to turn back down and continue this downtrend. If we lose 70,000 on Bitcoin, sheesh. But if he, if he low key, and look at this, right? This daily chart shows perfectly what a bear flag looks like, and this literally broke. This literally fell right into that that same pattern. It came into fruition. Now we see that bear flag unfolding, and now Bitcoin is just completely getting destroyed, hammered. Even Jim Cramer saying that it's probably impossible to even see Bitcoin fall below 75,000. So it's really gonna shake things up for Bitcoin too. And the connections with Epstein too. Oh my gosh! You heard about that too? You can imagine. But as you know, if that's the case with Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin were to continue to sell off in the way that it's going, that correlates with the market. So you would have to expect the overall markets to follow with it too, as we've seen in the past. GME has 553,000 Bitcoin. One coin will be 1 million by then. But we're basing it on rumors. We're basing it on about predictions. We don't even know if that's going to be the case for Bitcoin. If it can even make it to 2030. Unless the system changes and we see something else take over, in my opinion. We wouldn't really know. But if all else does fail with the dollar, and since Bitcoin is deflationary, then yeah, you probably do have that possibility. But 1 million per Bitcoin, then maybe 200,000. Maybe 200,000, or maybe 300. And that's in terms of the market cap as a whole, national, as a whole, for the markets in general. Bitcoin makes up is making up right now $1.51 trillion in Bitcoin. But we're not looking from the aspect of what was involved and what trades had taken place through Bitcoin in the past that was not cool. Deep, dark, and nefarious trades going on back and forth. But you know, you probably might have to go through this process first, and then see if that prediction does come to fruition, and we do see Bitcoin hit 200,000 this year. But let's go on and continue with the ChatGPT conversation, shall we? Because it's probably gonna get a little interesting here. Let's see. Sunny GG. I read somewhere that he was going to get rid of BTC. So Ryan is gonna get. So you think Ryan Cohen is gonna get rid of BTC? I mean, he would have done it ahead of time, before BTC could drop even lower. Or maybe he would wait until there was another dip buying opportunity for Bitcoin before it hits a complete bottom, and then from there, raise his cash position. But these are all just hypothetical scenarios, if you want to say that. So what's really happening is that this isn't GameStop buying a random company. This is Cohen turning GME into a holding company / capital allocator. So think less as a mall-based video game retailer. Think more like a Berkshire Light with retail plus consumer leverage. So when a CEO publicly says genius or totally foolish, that's code for asymmetric bet, high conviction, and the willing to break the old model entirely. Because eventually he does want to go fully into e-commerce. Since he's closing all those stores, I mean, obviously it's not really working out as well as it did back 15, 20 years ago. Everything is pretty much online. There's so many downloadable content and games. Nobody really uses discs anymore. Why get a physical code card for your games if you can just get it online digitally? And what else could GameStop provide and do to be able to change their stores and transform them? But who knows? Anyways, the $35 billion stock option matters more than the acquisition. So that incentive package is wild and very intentional. So it means that Cohen only wins if market cap explodes, not EPS games, not buybacks, and not cost cutting alone. So you don't get paid $35 billion for closing stores and shrinking gracefully. You get paid $35 billion for owning something the market massively re-rates. Huh? So, owning an asset that the market massively re-rates, meaning a dramatic upward revision of its perceived value, potential, or risk profile, is a primary driver of significant investment returns. This phenomenon occurs when the market transitions from overlooking or undervaluing an asset to recognizing its true, often superior value, frequently leading to a sharp, sustained price increase. You guys want to rewind and listen to that part again? That's what that means. Of course, this is just an AI overview, but you know, we're just experimenting and we're hypothesizing these things here. All right. But in any case, we're pretty much going based on the move, not, oh, we're gonna hold till 100,000, and then all of a sudden the whole system breaks down, and then we're locked out of our accounts and we can't even like sell. There's people that are going through PTSD and going through a whole bunch of other things because of that. Nobody wants to take that risk again. You know what I'm saying? So it's better to be safe than sorry. So even if, let's say for example, if you had that $25 call for like March of 2026, this thing happens, boom, this blows to like 40, 50, and so forth. Theoretically, you're gonna want to take some off the table. That's if you have multiple contracts, of course. 10 or 20, depends. But you wouldn't want to really be put in that position unless you're really that ballsy and you have balls of diamonds. Then, you know. But anyways, so I'm trying to see. Oh, here's this right here. Stocks with high stable dividends. In the event of a market downturn, investors tend to re-rate stocks with high consistent dividends, like those in the FTSE 100, as their yields become extremely attractive, often leading to a quick rebound in price. Let's see. Strategies for identifying re-rating potential. Okay, let's see. Look for undervalued potential. Instead of buying popular, high-priced assets, focus on overlooked, high-quality assets that have been disproportionately affected by temporary negative sentiment. Focus on long-term supply constraints. Assets that are difficult to reproduce, prime, well-located property are more likely to undergo a massive re-rating in their favor. And monitor quote-unquote disproportionate demand. Pay attention when specific smaller segments of the market, for example a specific overlooked suburban area, start seeing high velocity sales, signaling a pending re-rating of the entire area. Oh, this is interesting. Listen to this. Risks of re-rating. Overvaluation. A re-rated asset can become quote-unquote massively overvalued. For example, 10 to 35% overvalued in some housing markets in 2025, leading to a potential sharp downward correction. And then it says here, quote-unquote bubble risk. When an asset is re-rated simply because of quote money coming into the area, rather than fundamental improvement, it is susceptible to a bubble. For example, the 1999 to 2000 tech bubble. Interesting. You get paid for 30. So you get paid 300. You get paid $35 billion for owning something the market massively re-rates. Huh? Isn't that something? Huh. Da-da-da. And that's funny because I searched that there. And so the re-rate is the plan to tied to driving the company's market cap up to $100 billion, which is a massive leap for its current valuation. So why acquire a public company instead of private? This is key. So acquiring a public company allows stock for stock deals, instant scale, arbitrage between valuations, potential short interest dynamics. You got the little side eye emoji right there next to it. Also important, public companies already have liquidity, already have market narratives, and already have shareholder bases. For example, a whole bunch of retail, which is not accidental. The diamonds in the rough, quote, is a tell. Excuse me 1 second. Very gassy. Oh, this sucks. Still going through my condition right now. All right. So once again, quote unquote, the diamonds in the rough, quote, is a tell. That's classic activist language. So the translation here, according to ChatGPT, there are undervalued companies with lazy leadership that the market has mispriced, which is exactly the playbook Cohen used for Chewy and GameStop itself. He's not shopping for growth darlings. He's shopping for mismanaged cash flow machines. So what kind of targets make sense? Pure speculation, but strategically logical buckets. Number one, listen to this. Number one, consumer brands with cult followings, loyal customers, bad execution, bloated overhead. Number two, retail with infrastructure but no vision, fulfillment networks, real estate, logistics, and brand recognition. Number three, digital and physical hybrids. Let me zoom in here really quickly. Maybe you guys can be able to see it here now. Now you could probably be able to see it better. So, digital plus physical hybrids, collectibles, resale, subscriptions, and gaming adjacent ecosystems. So anything that can plug into GameStop's cash distribution and shareholder base. Why this matters for GameStop holders, especially in the long term. This move breaks the quote-unquote dying retailer narrative, reframes GME as a platform, gives Wall Street something it hates: uncertainty with upside. And uncertainty plus high short interest plus capital flexibility is, well, historically combustible. Ooh, listen to that, huh? The real takeaway, GameStop is no longer trying to survive. It's trying to transform into something unrecognizable. And those are the kinds of moments where valuation models break, narratives reset, and volatility spikes. Whether it's genius or foolish, you don't get $35 billion options for playing small. So listen to this. eBay could be. It could be. How's it? What is eBay right now? eBay, which is priced right now at $92.38. Let's see. Market cap is only $41.76 billion, according to TradingView, and a shares float of 450.76 million shares. So $41.76 billion. Huh. Now, why eBay? What are your thoughts? Why eBay? Why do you think eBay could be the best bet? $125 calls for April. Wow. We're gonna check the options statistics for GME in a few. Now, ChatGPT suggests here that we can game out best case versus worst case acquisition scenarios, talk about what this does to the short thesis, and or map how this could ripple into AMC/meme basket correlations, which is interesting. Well, yeah, you do have, for example, eBay, which they do work with PSA, and they have those accounts where was it called, the PSA vault, where they go ahead and purchase the slabs on power packs, GME power packs. Then you are able to sell on the eBay PSA vault page or wherever, and then have them sell for you, or you can be able to keep the slab and have it sent to your house with a bit of a fee and stuff like that. So that's one of the things that they've been doing with eBay and PSA and GME. So in a way, they're kind of correlated, in my opinion. What up, DZ? Thank you, brother. Thank you, lit. We're just going over this ChatGPT conversation, just just based on speculation, but it's pretty interesting what we've read so far. You want to go back and rewind it, just to scroll and see what it said. I think it was pretty interesting. So the breakdown, I just said all of the above. But yeah, shout out to you, Data Zero. Thank you. And you already know. I hope nothing but the best. Let's see what happens within the next week or so, because things are very, very volatile, as we've seen today with the SPY. And listen, we're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna catch that momentum, and when that opportunity presents itself, we just gotta take it. Take on that opportunity. Make that shit yours. So yeah, man. Peace and blessings. Much love to you, man. And let's keep grinding. Let's see what this says here. We're strapping in for this we're strapping in for the full spectrum breakdown. So ChatGPT is hitting us with the best versus worst case scenario, what this does to the short thesis, and how it spills into AMC, as you've seen GameStop do in the past with the GME and AMC debacle. As you already know, when GME runs, AMC runs, vice versa. It's all tied together. It makes sense. It does make sense. The meme baskets, they're all tied together, so it actually makes sense as one story. So the best case versus worst case acquisition scenarios. So the best case, and this is the genius path according to ChatGPT. Again, ChatGPT is AI and can make mistakes, so check for important info. Do your own research. But here's the best case. GameStop becomes a capital allocator to and operating platform. And what this looks like is that GME acquires a mispriced public company trading below intrinsic value. It uses stock plus cash, which will lead to a minimal balance sheet risk. Installs Cohen-style execution, lean ops, e-commerce focus, incentives aligned. Market re-rates both companies. And then the best case targets have real revenue, loyal customers, terrible leadership, depressed multiples. Market reaction, analysts throw out old models. GameStop stops being valued as retail and starts being valued as optional future cash flows, which would lead to volatility and the shorts trapped in outdated thesis, so they cannot recycle their own same BS, negative thesis, sentiment, oh, it fails as a company, blah 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 BS, because it wouldn't work anymore, because now the whole game has changed in what they're doing. So this is how you go from 11 billion to 50 billion plus without needing perfect execution, according to what it says here. All right. And that is a huge thing, because if you go from 11 billion to over 50 billion without needing perfect execution, fishy. $125 calls for April, maybe, just maybe. But again, we will check the options statistics later on when we get done with this conversation. Now, the worst case, this is the foolish path. All right. The worst case, overpaying for a structurally broken business. Worst case looks like this: buying a company with secular decline, not cyclical, which has high debt, a weak brand moat, and integration hell, which would result in a cash burn, dilution, and a headline that would say something like, what the hell are they doing? But important nuance, even the worst case is not bankruptcy risk, because GME has enough cash, no existential leverage, and retail shareholder patience. So downside is time plus opportunity cost, not collapse. That asymmetry is why Cohen is willing to roll the dice. You dig? So what this does to the short thesis, and apparently this is the real juice. The original GME short thesis was built on 3 pillars. Number 1, brick and mortar is dying. Number 2, revenue will shrink. And 3, cash burn leads to dilution/insolvency. And this acquisition plan kills all 3. May have heard of two birds and one stone. This is 3 stones and 1 negative narrative. Killed, done. Thesis killer number 1, business model ambiguity. The shorts need predictable decline. Cohen is theoretically injecting strategic opacity, optionality, non-linear outcomes. That is poison for short modeling. Number 2, thesis killer number 2, time is no longer on the shorts side. Closing stores equals reducing burn, not retreating. So this buys years of runway, freedom to experiment, and patience, which is key. Shorts now face carrying costs, borrow volatility, and event risk. Thesis killer number 3, corporate action risk. An acquisition introduces re-rating events, index changes, institutional repositioning, regime change. Remember we talked about a regime change? All of a sudden everybody is repositioning themselves. And now everybody is starting to now reposition from short to long. Now the big dogs are starting to get back into long positions in GME and building their positions, where you'd wonder why this is happening in the first place. Insider buys, CEO buying over 1 million shares, and others joining on the bandwagon in that way. But yeah, so potential forced covering, which is basically what we could see if this all falls through, and his plan is genius for whoever he decides to, whichever company he decides to acquire, that is going to change the whole game in GameStop, and expecting a huge return in rewards, and potentially turning a $35 billion deal into $100 billion. It's crazy. But anyways, shorts don't die from bad earnings. They die from unexpected structural change. This is exactly that. So, number 3, why a public acquisition scares Wall Street, apparently, supposedly, allegedly. This part is underrated, and a public target means existing short interest, existing options chains, existing retail holders. So combine that with GMEs, you have one massive retail base, options activity, and social amplification. So GameStop has been talked about for 6 years, 6+ years, and has not died out, even though there's probably some that have given up and moved on, or you have the mass amount of retail who has still to this day been holding all this time because they still believe in the conviction. They still believe that there is an opportunity, and that things like this that could happen, that could lead into what everyone has been looking forward to. And it's not the whole short squeeze thesis. It's a lot more than just that. It's what GME could do potentially as a company, as it reshapes and turns things around, a 180 to change the business and to grow into a juggernaut of a company that will be able to have shorts shake in their shoes and shorts and piss themselves, in my opinion, and they would have to force themselves to change their look, their point of view of the company. It's crazy. Anyways, so now you have cross-contagion risk. So in translation, one corporate action leads to multiple securities move violently. And that's how squeezes actually happen. Not memes, but structure. So imagine if AMC were to change its structure. What if they would, what if they were to be doing the same exact thing? But then again, they can't because they have a lot of debt issues. And they're going through dilution. And I don't know what else is going on behind closed doors, but this is way different. Way different. Now, speaking of AMC, number 4, ripple effects into AMC and the meme basket. So here's where it gets spicy. The meme basket is still traded as a basket. So whether Wall Street admits it or not, AMC, GME, BlackBerry, Nokia, COS, and others still share ETF exposure, swap exposure, and algorithmic correlations. So when GME narrative breaks, baskets destabilize. Just like what happened back in January 2021. You've seen what they all have done all together. History will eventually repeat itself. So when GME narrative breaks, baskets destabilize. AMC specifically, AMC benefits indirectly from this move. Renewed retail confidence, re-engagement from sideline traders, volatility spillover, and AMC options activity returning. Important detail here. AMC doesn't need to copy GME. Okay? AMC doesn't need to copy GME on what they're doing. It just needs attention, liquidity, and broken correlations. And those come when quote unquote meme stocks are dead becomes obviously false. Number 5, why Cohen saying this publicly matters. CEOs usually soft launch bold plans. Cohen went and said, quote, "This could be genius or totally foolish." And that's intentional signaling. To longs, expect volatility. To shorts, your models are obsolete. And to institutions, pay attention or you're missing, or you're going to miss it. So this is narrative warfare, not just M&A. So number 6, the big picture synthesis. This isn't about one acquisition. It's about killing a dying retailer identity, turning GME into an option on reinvention, weaponizing uncertainty against over-leveraged shorts, and historically, markets underprice optionality until it's too late. So the final take, according to ChatGPT, again, this is all ChatGPT, which in my opinion makes sense if executed properly, and the whole thing becomes genius and not foolish. So the final take, no hype, just reality. Ryan Cohen isn't trying to make GameStop better. He's trying to make it unrecognizable. That's terrifying if you're short. That's exciting if you understand asymmetric bets. And that's why this moment actually matters. So now, it asks me If you want next, we can map specific public companies that fit the quote-unquote diamond in the rough profile, build a timeline of catalyst risks for shorts, or overlay this with options plus gamma dynamics. Now, I said instead, give me 1 second. I said, and I asked ChatGPT, what are the biggest potential acquisitions that can happen? Fishy mentioned eBay. There's people that have said Best Buy. Interesting. GME, Best Buy. GME acquires Best Buy. GME acquires Best Buy. GME acquires Best Buy. And as you know, they, gaming PCs and other stuff. I don't know how that would work out. What could they do together? Anybody know? Does anybody have any idea? If you have any thoughts, any opinions do you want to share on the chat, let me know. Let me know as we're going over and continuing on this conversation with ChatGPT, because I am just curious as to what this could mean. You don't know. Well, if that's the case, let us continue. All right. So it says here, let's talk about big game hunting, not random names, but the largest, most strategically coherent acquisitions that actually fit Ryan Cohen's playbook and GameStop's balance sheet plus incentives. But then again, ChatGPT could be wrong, could make mistakes. I'm just letting you know. But I am curious to see what it says and what lists onto this conversation. So it says, I'll bucket these by why they make sense and not just size. So first, the filters Cohen is almost certainly using. Here we go. Any real candidates likely check most of these boxes. So you have publicly traded, okay? So you already know some of these companies that are publicly traded right now on the stock market, like eBay and Best Buy, for example, has depressed valuation and misunderstood, strong brand or customer loyalty, weak or sleepy management. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I just realized something. What if it is Best Buy? What if in the wait a minute, hold on. What if, remember when we were looking at the award show on X.com? And remember when apparently they took a former Best Buy employee and had them work for GameStop? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Let me see something. Oh! This girl right here. This girl right here.
I should get some sleep.
Okay, look at this picture, dude. They took MFs after finding out Best Buy / GameStop girl is engaged. So what if it's Best Buy? What if it's Best Buy? I really hope the stream didn't catch that first one, because I did not expect that to happen, dude. And yeah, did you guys see anything? I hope you guys didn't see anything that I saw that wasn't what I saw, that I hope that it wasn't. But I remember that. And but the GameStop girl, that apparently used to work for Best Buy. And I just wonder if they were trying to say something about that. Anyways. No, don't rewind it, please. No. Oh shoot. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna have to do it on my phone, because I think that's probably the safest bet right now. And then if I can find it, I'll bookmark it. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just. Let me see. Okay, so I safely looked it up, right? And it's this girl right here. I'm gonna play this video.
Looking for this game. It said online that. Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, I'm actually looking for this game. It said online that you guys have this game here. Let me take a look. No, it looks like we only have this game online. Sorry. Oh, you guys don't have that game? Why does it say it online that you do? I don't know, man. We just don't carry stuff like that in store anymore. Can't help you. Sorry. Got it. Okay. Oh, please tell me you can help me. Hi, welcome in. How can I help you today? It says online that you guys have this game. I was just at another store and it said that they don't carry it in store. It's only online. Do you know if you have this game? Oh, you're looking for a game? Let me see. Oh, yeah, we do actually have it. I can go grab it for you if you want. Oh, you do? Yes, thank you, dude. Well, here's this game that I found for you. I'm so glad we were able to help you today. This is why I love you guys. Of course, that's why we're always happy to help.
So yeah, that girl. And GameStop had posted that video on December 18th, 2025. I think a few days after the award ceremony, or that, I don't know what. that awards show that they had hosted. But yeah, so now that I think about it, and I'm here just talking about Best Buy, I'm thinking, wow, so what if he decides to acquire Best Buy? These are just it's my imagination, okay? It's just my imagination here. Now, mind you, the market cap for Best Buy right now is at 13.74 billion, which is something that falls right under that $35 billion range. And the float is 194.94 million shares. And so if we take a look at how it has been performing during the past, I don't know, year or so, it looks like it's been trading sideways, up and down throughout the past couple of years. It was a, let's see, it was once upon a time a $141.97 stock around November 1st of 2021. And after that, it just started to come down. On the monthly chart, it does seem to be coming down just a little bit here. It is a bit bearish. Looking at the EMA ribbons. And it looks like a Head and Shoulders too, when you zoom out like that. Take a look at the weekly real quick. Yeah, weekly does look like it's been heading back down again. Daily chart, yeah, that daily chart does look like it too. But yeah, so it is very, very low in market cap, $13.74 billion. So again, falling in that range. Could be a possibility, but you know what? Let's just continue. All right. So again, just to recap on what it said here, any real candidate likely checks most of these boxes. All right. Again, publicly traded, depressed valuation, misunderstood, strong brand or customer loyalty, weak or sleepy management, cash flow positive or close, fixable, not structurally dying, optionality with gaming, collectibles, digital commerce, or communities. Now, again, when I showed you that post,
And how's it going? Yeah, I'm actually looking for this game. It said online that you guys have this game here. Let me take a look. No, it looks like we only have this game online. Sorry. Oh, you guys don't have that game? Why does it say it online that you do? I don't know, man. We just don't carry stuff like that in store anymore. Can't help you. Sorry. Got it. Okay.
So, the weak or sleepy management. I mean, like, that seems a bit sleepy in my opinion. Like, not even willing to like go the extra mile in helping out the customer and just giving up right there. Cash flow positive or close. One thing is that last earnings, Best Buy did beat earnings last time, November 25th, 2025. A surprise revenue beat of $94.77 million, which brought it to $9.67 billion from $9.58 billion estimated. So, optionality with gaming, collectibles, digital commerce, or communities. They do have that. They do have that in Best Buy. from what I've seen in some stores, especially gaming, digital commerce, PC, you know, all the other stuff. But yeah, so if that doesn't fit, if it doesn't fit that, it's noise. So tier 1, how much cash on hand? What for how much cash on hand for GameStop? I think it was 11. I think it was 11 billion. Oh no, it's 9 billion. Current cash and liquid securities that it can use for an acquisition as standing at around $9 billion. All right. But his plan is to take GameStop from a $11 billion company to $100 billion company, and so they're offering a $35 billion stock option. Best Buy's cash at hand. You know what? Oh, let me see if I can see it here. Dilution. Is it this one? Dilution tracker. Dilution tracker. Got the way. Dilution tracker. Let me see. Oh no. Let's see. To the moon. Net cash. 84.4% of institutions own Best Buy. Dilution might not matter for this one. We cover over 2,300 tickers under $500 million market cap, but it doesn't seem like BBY is one of them. What you mean? Filings, financials. Let's see. Currency. Gross profit margin. Darn it. Okay. How much is? Let's see. So as of the fiscal quarter ending October 2025, Best Buy reported approximately $923 million in cash and cash equivalents. And this marks a significant year-over-year increase in the liquidity for the company compared to the same period in 2024, despite a generally tighter cash ratio compared to the retail industry median. So yeah, the previous year, it was 1.578 billion, and then this past fiscal quarter ending October 2025 was $923 million. Their total debt as of that fiscal quarter is at 4.09 billion, and operating cash flow recently for the fiscal year ending January 2025 was 2.09 billion. So cash position has fluctuated, with 2025 showing a rebound in cash on hand from 2024 levels. So let's see. We'll leave that information out there. We'll see what happens, because then we can probably input that information on there. Or it might be listed here. Let's see. So tier 1, this would shock the market acquisitions. That's the quote. This would shock the market. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's the first thing that just come. Listen, I did not look at it. These are large enough to force a full GME re-rating. Look at that. GameStop and Best Buy. Why? This is crazy. Anyways, why it's compelling. So, Best Buy, massive physical plus logistics footprint. Massive physical and logistics footprint. Gaming, PCs, accessories, electronics overlap. Execution problems, not demand problems, and turn into experience-driven tech retail. That's insane. So why Wall Street would panic? So this would be too big to ignore. This breaks the quote-unquote mall retailer box instantly and forces institutions to remodel GME. Now here's the risk. Integration complexity and culture clash. Between GameStop and Best Buy. That is interesting. So that's the first one right there on the list. Now the second one, fishy. eBay, GameStop, and eBay. Now, why is this compelling? You have resale and collectibles, which equals to GameStop's DNA. Then you have authentication and trust layer. You have a massive global user base and a high margin marketplace economics. Why this is huge? It turns GME into a platform, not a retailer. And NFTs died. Verified physical collectibles didn't. And that makes a whole lot of sense. Because as the price of Bitcoin is falling down, also the value of NFTs. And then NFTs, where do you even hear NFTs anymore? Nobody ever talks about NFTs. What about the NFTs that were given from AMC and collaborating with HYMC? What happened to the value of that and all the other NFTs? It's just gone quiet. But physical collectibles didn't. And physical collectibles are forever, until destroyed, of course. But they hold a specific value. And for example, what we were talking about before with the power packs and Pokemon cards and being able to work with PSA and creating the vault where users can be able to either have their PSA graded slabs, whichever cards they get, and go through GameStop, then go through PSA, and then go through eBay to then have PSA sell your PSA graded slabs if needed, if not to be shipped to your home directly. So that is one of the things that has been already going. But yeah, the only risks about this is legacy tech and platform inertia. Tier 2. Now, get this one, Fishy, and everybody else who's listening. GameStop and Etsy. Tier 2, quote-unquote, diamond in the rough activist-style targets. These are classic Ryan Cohen plays. GameStop and Etsy. GameStop and Etsy. Let's check out Etsy right now on the charts. Etsy right now is valued at $53.29 per share. Market cap is only $5.26 billion with a float of 97.41 million shares. It has looked like it's been falling as well, and trying to maintain a bottom around 53. It did beat earnings last quarter and reported $678.3 million, above its estimate of $658.52 million. And Etsy, once upon a time, was valued. Where did it go? Hold on. Let's see where Etsy was before once upon a time. Etsy was actually a $300 stock back in November of 2021. Insane. Etsy. Why does this fit? So this is passion-driven sellers, collectibles, custom gear, fandom culture. So creating custom gear for gaming and other fandom culture, which I would understand. Terrible margin discipline historically, and fixed ops to unlock value. So why this matters? It's community first commerce and plug into GameStop's physical plus digital ecosystem. So that could also work because it's also e-commerce. eBay also works because it's e-commerce, but also deals with collectibles and gaming and anything that you can think of. But which of the two would create a lot more value, right? Etsy's cool. I've used Etsy before. I tried to make a store through Etsy, but I didn't follow through with it, and I stopped going forward with it. But Etsy does have a lot of cool stuff, I admit, and there's a lot of potential within that realm. So, and on top of that, it's funny because there's no risk. They didn't mention any risks to this combination here, this acquisition. But with Best Buy, you have a risk of integration complexity and culture clash. And then with eBay, you have a risk of legacy tech and platform inertia. But with GameStop and Etsy, there's no risk. Now, the next one is plugging into GameStop's physical plus digital ecosystem. And look at the next one. The next one is Wayfair. Wayfair. Interesting list here, right? So Wayfair, and we've heard of Wayfair. In that sort of aspect, I don't know, man. Wayfair. Wow, it's grown a lot though, honestly. It looks like it had bottomed out here, right around $28-30. Wow. So look at this. This had held around $27, $28 to as high as $100. But back then, this was a over $325 stock back in January of 2021. How about that? It has been climbing up in price since April of last year, from about 18, $20 now to close up $104.39. But the market cap for Wayfair is $13.61 billion, and the shares float is 98.97 million shares. But is it actually now falling back down? Looks like there is somewhat of a gap down here to 90. I wonder if that's the case there. Oh yeah, it has a lot of room to go back down for sure, and it's been rejecting here this trend. So it could be that it's probably gonna start heading back down, in my opinion. But yeah, that's interesting. Why it's sneaky interesting? So Wayfair, it's a logistics monster. Ops mismanagement crushed valuation, and Cohen loves fixing fulfillment. Why it's risky? It's not gaming adjacent on the surface and needs ruthless execution. Tier 3, gaming adjacent power moves. These don't scream headline grab, but are extremely strategic. Look at this. You have GameStop and Roblox. GameStop and Roblox. Why it's bold. Now, its entire generation pipeline, creator economy, digital first identity. Why it's hard. Valuation expectations and founder control. Bro, hold up a second. What if it's... No. What if he's been eyeing Unity this whole time? What if he's been eyeing Unity this whole time? Roaring Kitty, you son of a... Oh, you were giving us an Easter egg, weren't you? Weren't you? That is insane. GameStop and Unity. GameStop and Unity. GameStop and Unity. Unity. Around May 22nd, 2025, the Roaring Kitty unfollowed Ryan Cohen on X and removed a pinned GME video. People don't unfollow just to watch him from the sidelines. They unfollow when they no longer want to signal alignment or ongoing interest. Unity. Isn't that crazy? I'm just, I'm like, oh, I can't even talk right now, dude. It makes it that would make the most sense of everything that has been transpired from the last two, ever since that post was made. And now, where's Unity at? Where's Unity? Okay, I gotta look at Unity software. And Unity software, look at Unity right now. This thing dropped like a rock during the past couple of trading days. Mind you, this was falling from when it was at $52.15 on December 11th, just under a month ago. And I didn't even realize I had also charted this. Let me see this right now. Wow. I remember charting this. That's crazy. I wonder when this was. I don't know why I did all this. But here, that is crazy. I'm not kidding you. I didn't do anything. I didn't touch this at all. I was just messing around with this chart. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It actually just broke down instead. It didn't even go for another bounce and then moved back up. It just literally just caved in and it just flat out fell right through that ascending, right through that triangle. Wow. It kind of did have that rising wedge. If I move this a little bit, there, I'm gonna say, yeah, that's kind of, yeah. That's what it kind of looks like, yeah. And it just flat out just dropped like that. I didn't even know that. And on top of that, dude. And on top of that, earnings. Earnings is on Wednesday, February 11th of 2026. February 11, Wednesday. That's before market open. So again, from $52.15, 52-week high, to now closing at $25.87. That is disgusting. Disgusting. Unity software stock dropped nearly 25%. Let's read this real quick. Unity's 25% drop. Gaming crisis or buying opportunity? The stock market hates uncertainty, and nothing creates uncertainty quite like a technological breakthrough that threatens to erase an entire industry. For shareholders of Unity software, the last few trading sessions have been a lesson in emotional whiplash. The stock plummeted nearly 25% on the final day trading day of January, crashing through psychological support levels. The panic wasn't isolated. It dragged down peer companies like Roblox and Take-Two Interactive, wiping out billions in market value across the gaming sector in a single afternoon. However, the panic selling appears to have been short-lived. On the first trading day of the new month, Unity's stock price has started to stabilize, trading up roughly 3 to 6% intraday as bargain hunters stepped in. This rapid reversal forces investors to ask a critical question. Was the drop on Friday, January 30th, a rational reaction to a company-killing threat, or was it a dead cat bounce, a temporary recovery in a stock destined to fall further? To find the answer, we must look past the scary headlines and examine the specific catalyst that spooked the market and the financial reality of Unity's business. The genie in the server room, Google's AI catalyst. The trigger for the massive sell-off was not a missed earnings report or a corporate scandal, but a competitor's product demonstration. On Friday, Alphabet, Google, unveiled Project Genie 3, a generative AI prototype available to select subscribers. This technology allows users to type simple text prompts such as, quote-unquote, create a side-scrolling platformer in a neon jungle, which then generates a playable interactive 3D environment in seconds. For years, Unity's core business model has relied on complexity. Professional game development is complex, requiring coding knowledge and sophisticated software engines. Unity charges developers licensing fees, often based on the number of seats or the number of developers using the software. The fear driving Friday's crash is simple. If artificial intelligence AI can build a game from a text prompt, the need for complex, expensive engines might disappear. Oh, no. Investors interpreted this as an existential threat. If the barrier to entry for game creation drops to zero, Unity's pricing power could evaporate. However, it is vital to distinguish between research prototype and a production-ready tool. Current analysis suggests that while Genie is impressive, its output is often low resolution, 720p, and lacks depth in gameplay mechanics. It creates a world, but not necessarily a fully functional game with multiplayer infrastructure, monetization, or stability. And these are all the things Unity specializes in. So see, these are the positives that Unity has. The technology that they have to be able to create fully functional games with all of these qualities and features. But Genie, even though it's impressive, it cannot be at par with what Unity has to offer, in my opinion. And therefore, Genie could be short-lived, but Unity would still have what it takes to rebound and do some incredible things if they can do that. So, the pick and shovel defense. Why Unity survives. Here it says, while the death of the game engine narrative dominated Friday's news cycle, a more nuanced view suggests that AI might actually fuel Unity's growth. This is often called the pick and shovel strategy. During a gold rush, the surest way to make money is to sell the tools, picks and shovels, rather than digging for gold. Unity's management, led by CEO Matt Bromberg, views generative AI as an accelerator rather than a replacement. Professional developers use tools like the recently launched Unity 6 engine to ensure their games run smoothly on iPhones, Android devices, PlayStation consoles, and VR headsets. AI can generate assets or ideas, but it cannot yet guarantee the stability and cross-platform compatibility that Unity 6 provides. Furthermore, Unity has a secondary defense mechanism that many panic sellers overlooked: its advertising business. Even if AI allows millions of non-coders to create games, those creators will still need to find a way to find players and make money. This is where Unity Vector, the company's new AI-powered ad tech platform, becomes critical. Vector helps developers target ads to the right players. Early data from 2025 indicates that Vector has improved clients' return of ad spend by 15 to 20%. ROAS is the most important metric for a game developer. It measures how much revenue they make for every dollar they spend on ads. If generative AI leads to an explosion of new content, the demand for user acquisition services like Vector will likely skyrocket. And in this scenario, Unity monetizes the number of games regardless of how they were built or by whom. And the last part here, cash flow over hype, and why $29 is a buy zone according to this article. Fear can drive stock prices down, but financial fundamentals usually establish the floor where they stop falling. Unlike the speculative tech bubble of 2021, when Unity burned cash to grow at all costs, Unity in 2026 is a disciplined, cash-generating operation. The company's turnaround efforts over the last 18 months have successfully shifted focus to profitable growth. All right, so they have a revenue of $471 million, up 5.4% year over year. Profitability of adjusted EBITDA reaching $109 million, representing a healthy 23% margin. And cash generation, the company generated a record of $151 million in free cash flow. Now, it seems that analysts from firms like Citigroup and BTIG maintain price targets well above current levels, ranging from $50 to $60 a share, suggesting that the market has overcorrected. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on February 11th when they report their fourth quarter and full year 2025 results. And we'll see what happens with the stock afterwards. Now, thank you, Fishy. We might as well be early. Might as well add that to the list. Add it to the list. As a matter of fact, let's check Unity right now in the 24-hour markets on Webull, and it looks like Unity had fell to a low of $24.57, coming back up, recovering with the rest of the market, and closing at $25.87, down negative 10.20%. Overnight trading hour session currently at $25.73. So, that being said, we'll see if this further continues the downtrend, or if it holds this level and goes on a rebound and goes back to the upside. It does look pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie. The daily chart does look a little scary. It does look a little scary, knowing the fact that 50-day period moving average or exponential moving average is coming down there. Maybe a death cross. If that's the case, they could face another couple of dollar fall. Maybe it's 20 to 22, because I don't see any other gaps to the downside, but it could, possibly. And if earnings doesn't really come out positive, it could probably come down a lot more. Maybe face $20 as a major support level, and then a rebound. So we'll see about that. But wow, this is crazy. We went deep. We went deep into that one. So now back to this. So GameStop and Unity. So why this is powerful. So look at this. This is crazy. Look at what it says here. Why it's powerful. Picks and shovels of gaming. And what did we read in this article? Hold on. What did we read in that article just now? Give me 1 second. We just saw that. Picks and shovels. It just said picks and shovels in this article. So I wonder if it took here it goes. Look at it right here. The pick and shovel defense. The whole thing about AI actually fueling Unity's growth is often called the pick and shovel strategy. And it's funny how ChatGPT used that same phrase right here, picks and shovels of gaming. A deep developer ecosystem, fixed trust plus pricing, leading to an unlocking of value. Why shorts hate it? Shorts hate this because this is infrastructure and not retail. So that'll be interesting. GameStop and Unity. I could probably get behind the whole idea with eBay, but Unity, you already know. Rowan Kitty, you might have laid a giant big Easter egg and a big hint that could possibly be what I think this might be. I don't know, but I'm just very surprised and shocked to see that as one of the options in this acquisition process. GameStop and Unity. And what a perfect time. Can you believe what a perfect time if that's the case, when they decide to drop the stock after that news, dropping it from 52 all the way to $24.57. So that actually brings, dude, that actually brings Unity's market cap to $11.07 billion. We might have just figured it out. Maybe. I don't know. Just my opinion. We might have just figured it out. Maybe. It's alright. It's alright if we're wrong. We can speculate. But that market cap right there, it says $11.07 billion. The free float right now, 374.59 million. Shares outstanding, 429 million shares. He only needs 11 billion of his cash in position to just buy it out. And if Unity decides to come down even more, hey, that's more of a reason to get in on it on a more cheaper valuation, in my opinion. That would make sense. That would make sense. Wow. Incredible. That is incredible. What does it say here? Market cap. Yeah, $11.7 billion. I can't believe it. Wow. So, wild card plays, low probability, high impact. This, I don't see this happening. GameStop and Reddit. Why it's poetic? Community equals value. Gaming plus culture and discourse. Monetization still weak but upside. Why it's dangerous? Moderation risk and culture backlash. The most important insight, don't skip this. Cohen may not buy one huge company. Oh, wait a minute. Let's read this. So Cohen may not buy one huge company. He may acquire a mid-cap anchor, then roll up smaller public companies underneath creating a constellation, not a monolith. What? Think GME as a parent company and not a brand. And that's how Berkshire started. Whoa. Can you give me a great example of constellation that GME could create? I'm just astonished. Final probability weighted take, most likely path, mid to large consumer or platform company, fixable, hated by analysts, stock for stock deal, immediate narrative reset. I mean, least likely pure tech unicorn, anything with existential debt risk. Who has debt?
Las escuelas públicas de la ciudad de Nueva York hablan su idioma. ¿Sabía que las familias de la ciudad de Nueva York hablan más de 180 idiomas? Todas las escuelas públicas de la ciudad de
Let's see. So can you give me a great example of a constellation that GME could create? Oh, this is the right question. Oh, thank you, ChatGPT. So because once you see the constellation, GME stops looking like a stock and starts looking like a system. Let me paint you a clean, believable Ryan Cohen style constellation. Not sci-fi, not hopium, but something Wall Street would absolutely underestimate at first. The GameStop commerce plus culture constellation. Think of GME as the gravity well at the center. Everything else orbits it, feeding traffic, data, cash flow, and loyalty back to the core. The core, GameStop Holdings. The role, capital allocator plus brand hub, including cash, retail shareholder base, physical footprint, options liquidity, and cultural relevance. GameStop stops being the store and becomes the parent. Node 1, resale and collectibles marketplace, the flywheel. Anchor acquisition, eBay or smaller resale platform. The role that eBay will take would be a secondary market dominance, and what it does is a resale of games, consoles, cards, figurines, limited editions, authentication baked in, and high margin marketplace fees. And why it matters? It would turn ownership into liquidity, keep users inside the ecosystem, and converts collectors into repeat participants. GameStop becomes the place you buy and sell culture. Node 2, physical experience network, the real world bridge. Anchor asset, GameStop stores, reduced but upgraded. Role, experience, not inventory. The stores will become trade-in hubs, authentication centers, event spaces, pickup and drop-off nodes, and community locations. So think this idea. Pokemon nights, Magic tournaments, console launches, and creator meetups. This is Amazon-proof retail. Node number 3, creator and fandom economy, the soul. Anchor acquisition, Etsy, or similar creator platform. The role, fan-made, custom, limited run culture. What it unlocks is custom controllers, fan art, apparel, mods, and game room decor. GameStop becomes the Etsy plus eBay of gaming culture. Margins improve because there's no inventory risk, community-driven demand, and long-tail monetization. Node number 4, digital community engine. The amplifier, Anchor, Reddit-like community or integrated platform. The role would be attention plus engagement plus data. The function, game discussions, collector subs, launch hype, and user-generated discovery. So this feeds marketplace demand, creator visibility, and event participation. Wall Street cannot model this easily. And node number 5, infrastructure and fulfillment. The invisible power. Anchor, logistics, fulfillment tech, Wayfair style ops. The role, speed, cost control, and reliability. What it enables is the same-day trade-ins, fast resale shipping, store-to-home loops, and inventory-light retail. Cohen loves ops because ops quietly create moats. How the flywheel actually spins. Here's the magic part. Player buys console at GameStop, uses it, then upgrades, sells the old one on GME Marketplace. Then the credit is used for collectibles. Collectible is authenticated in store. Then the fan buys the creator-made accessory, which then the community hypes for the next release, and repeat. And this is capital velocity and not just revenue. That is a crazy idea. That is wild. Holy crap. So why Wall Street would miss this initially? The analysts model linear retail. They don't model cultural gravity, resale velocity, community monetization, and ecosystem lock-in. By the time they get it, valuation already resets, and short thesis is already broken. Why this constellation is dangerous for shorts? Yo, Eric G in the house. What up, my boy? What up? What it do, Eric? It's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, man. You missed a lot of information, a lot of good stuff here in this reading that we're doing right now. ChatGPT conversations about GameStop and possible acquisitions that could take place. And what a great list that we have going on here. Great list, huge list that could be possible for future acquisitions that could happen. Very well be astronomically huge, quite frankly. The shirts will definitely not like this at all. So, American information, if you would say, American conversations created by AI, American AI, and using American acquisitions. Very much so that nothing, not even foreign, can replicate it. It can never be done. Only we can do it. We can do it well. No one's ever thought about it. Quite frankly, this will be the best situation that's ever happened. You guys are gonna love it. I'm just like, what the frick right now. Let me put you up to speed, Eric. Let me put you up to speed right now, Eric. So there was a list, right, that ChatGPT created in the possible acquisitions, and there was a few that actually did make sense. Let me just rewind this back. All right. And I'm just gonna go straight to it right now. All right. So you have GameStop and Best Buy. You have GameStop and Best Buy, and they listed on why it's compelling because one, their massive physical and logistics footprint. Then you have gaming, PCs, accessories, electronics overlap, execution problems, not demand problems, and turning it into an experience-driven tech retail. And then why Wall Street would panic is because it's too big to ignore. It breaks the mall retailer box instantly and it forces institutions to remodel GME. The risk, integration complexity, and culture clash. Then you have GameStop and eBay. Why it's compelling? You have resale and plus collectibles, which equals to GameStop DNA. Authentication plus trust layer, massive global user base, and high margin marketplace economics. And then why it's huge? Because it turns GME into a platform and not a retailer. And then mind you, NFTs died, but verified physical collectibles didn't. Mind you, physical collectibles, they last forever. And they hold a lot of value depending on what it is. NFTs, what the hell happened to them? What happened to NFTs? They were cool back then. Where are they now? What happened to the AMC NFTs? HYMC NFTs, what's the value in that? A penny? We don't know. But I can tell you that NFTs had died out. I don't know what happened. But yeah, so give me 1 second. Then you have, yes, Sunny, shout out to you, Sunny GG, thank you. And shout out to Fishy with the one LionOfAllTradez gift membership. And congratulations to, is that Marcus Dahl? I think that's Marcus Dahl that just got gifted. Congrats to him for getting gifted, and thank you, Fishy. Much love to you, man. Thank you as always. Sunny, all the best. I hope you can recover, and hopefully that bacterial infection goes away. Do what you can. Drink some good tea. Again, turmeric, ginger, maybe some cloves, whatever it takes to be able to help with that bacterial infection and to clear all that mucus up. And hopefully everything moves on forward with that operation that you need. So yeah, much love to you, Sunny. Love you, and thank you for stopping by as always. Thank you. That was loud. So power to the collectors. So then tier 2, diamond in the rough, active style targets. You have classic Ryan Cohen plays. So you have GameStop and Etsy, right? So why this could fit is because of passion-driven sellers, collectibles, custom gear, phantom culture, terrible margin discipline historically, fixed operations, which would unlock value. Then you have GameStop and Wayfair. All right, so why it's sneaky interesting? It's because it's a logistics monster, operations mismanagement, crushed valuation. Cohen loves fixing fulfillment. And why it's risky? It's not gaming adjacent on the surface and needs ruthless execution. So that, I think Wayfair is just out of the question. I don't think it's going to be Wayfair. So now we're narrowed down to eBay. I'm starting to think that it's probably not Best Buy either. But then again, there was that one post that I just shared.
Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, I'm actually looking for this game. It said online that you
Remember
guys have
this
this
girl?
game here. Let me take a look. No, it looks like we only have this game online. Sorry. Oh, you guys don't have that game? Why does it say it online that you do? I don't know, man. We just don't carry stuff like that in store anymore. Can't help you, sorry. Got it. Okay. Oh, please tell me you can help me. Hi, welcome in. How can I help you today? It says online that you guys have this game. I was just at another store and it said that they don't carry it in store. It's only online. Do you know if you have this game? Oh, you're looking for a game? Let me see. Oh yeah, we do actually have it. I can go grab it for you if you want. Oh, you do? Yes, thank you, dude. Well, here's this game that I found for you. I'm so glad we were able to help you today. This is why I love you guys. Of course, that's why we're always happy to help.
So mind you, this was posted. This was posted on December 18, 2025 from GameStop. And this was the same girl that was in that awards show, the GameStop awards show that we were watching that one night. And apparently she's the girl that used to work for Best Buy that they took they took from her, and then they brought her into GameStop. But yeah, this is crazy. So then there's that, and then on top of that, right? So then you have Etsy, passion-driven sellers, collectibles, custom gear, collectibles, custom gear, Unlock Valley. Why it matters is community first commerce and plug into GameStop's physical plus digital ecosystem. Wayfair, no. Look, so here we go, man. Tier 3 gaming adjacent power moves. I need you to realize something. GameStop and Roblox, maybe not. Maybe not. But GameStop and Unity, dude, me and Fishy, we were like mind blown. We were literally mind blown, dude. But if you go back into the stream, and literally what we were just looking through right now, and just looking at the market cap and everything. Look at Unity right now. Unity took a huge dive. Mind you, this was a $52.15 52-week high back in December 11th. And on top of that, I I think Roaring Kitty's last post had something to do with Unity. So we look back. Let's see. If we look back at Roaring Kitty, where is this? Okay, that's it. No, where is it? I think it was January 1st. I think it was January 1st. Oh no, I think it was here, January 22nd. The U that fell off the sign of Panucci's Pizza, and they had pretty much speculated on Unity, and ever since January 22nd of 2025, wow, it's been a year already. Damn, it's been a year already since. Oh my goodness, dude. Where has time gone? Wow. It's been a year and a week since this post from Roaring Kitty. Unreal. So January 22nd, 2025. Unity's price back then was at 21 and change. It dropped to a low of 15.33, then rised all the way to 52.15, and then it dropped back down. And mind you, this kind of makes sense. And the market cap for Unity right now, stated here on Webull, is at $11.07 billion. And how much does GameStop have cash at hand? $11 billion. And I would think that this would make a whole lot of sense, knowing the fact that they have the 11, actually no, I should say around 9 billion. It might be 11 billion. But then again, it says here that that the company's board of directors had offered a $35 billion stock option designed to incentivize Mr. Cohen to achieve extraordinary growth, which makes a lot of sense, a whole lot of sense. So why this is powerful? Picks and shovels of gaming, deep developer ecosystem, fixed trust, pricing equals leading to unlocking a whole lot of value. Why shorts hate it is because this is infrastructure and not retail. But this is just speculation, right? But it makes sense to the I don't know why. I'm leaning towards Unity. And it's crazy because the timing of everything, in my opinion, right? I could be wrong. It's you know, we can only just speculate and predict. But the timing of everything, since the announcement of the acquisition, since whatever happened at this point with Unity, and with this huge correction of price and bringing it down from 52 all the way to 25.75, and the market cap being at 11 billion, oh, it fits within that range for sure. If it continues to drop, maybe $22 a share, that would put it even more below within that range. And it would be a lot easier for him to make that move for a company like Unity. And I'm just saying, but that makes sense to me. And I just wonder, this is just my imagination, but was Roaring Kitty giving us a huge huevo, a big giant Easter egg with that post? Because he did mention Unity a couple of times. And what Fishy had said before was that wait, we had to find, by the way, no. Hold on. He said if he acquires Unity, that means he and Roy and Kitty have been talking this whole time. He won't move till after the correction. He won't make the move until after the correction or the dip. So this dip, what if this dip, in speculation, was the move that he'd been waiting for it to reach a certain price around somewhere? Maybe. I'm not too sure. Possibly. I don't know. Just an idea. Just an idea. Anyways, let's see what else. Then there was GameStop and Reddit, but I think that's kind of foolish. So it doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But what actually caught my attention was this part here that says the most important insight. Cohen may not buy one huge company. He may acquire a mid-cap anchor, then roll up smaller public companies underneath, creating a constellation, not a monolith. Think GME as a parent company and not a brand, and that's how Berkshire started. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett. That would be crazy. That'd be cool. But I don't know what to do. Know what to do. So with that being said, man, that's wild. That is insane. For real. Right now, all it's doing right now, Unity is just consolidating and super tight. It's super tight right now. Hanging just underneath $26. GameStop. So then GameStop is actually at break even. Hello. And I was looking at this candle after there was like a huge drop that dropped it all the way to $24 exactly on the mark before it got picked up again. This was before after market close, and then after the 24-hour market started trading, then you see all this just come back up, and now it's back to break even at 24.52. It's interesting how that happens. So I mean, I like the setup. We just need to see GameStop make a move tomorrow and before this week is over and stay above 25 and so forth. The option statistics, we have a whopping 253.53 thousand in total volume for calls and 51.64 thousand in puts. So there's been a lot of activity in the options, especially for the $25 calls, up 52.29 thousand, and the $30 calls up 37.61 thousand in volume. And so if we take a look at the options chain for, let's say for example, February 20th expiration date, you can see that there is a high, there's high volume here for the $25 calls, and further 26, 27 to 31 with a lot more open interest. With actually, matter of fact, $30 calls up in volume 8,547 compared to $25 calls at 8,493. So it's much concentrated on those particular strikes. Same thing goes for the March 20th expiration date here. And then you have April. Let's see, it's April. April has like a lot more open interest, showing 22,829 with a volume of 4,683. Oh, this is interesting. Unusual volume activity here for the $42 calls. 3,400 in volume. Wow. Let's look at June. 25 and 30. I keep seeing 25 and 30. July 25. You can keep going and see what's up. Let's see, maybe leaps. Let me look at leaps. 30. Wow, okay. Hey, oh shoot, Misty, what's up? How you doing? How's everything? We were just talking about the whole thing with the acquisitions, possible acquisitions. I'm like really trying to do this with like half my eyes closed. Actually half my eyes open. I just got tired all of a sudden. Like I've been streaming for how long already? Like almost 3 hours. And I've been a little sick too. I've been a little sicky poos. But yeah, that's a damn. Wait, where did I'm confused because Fishy said $125 calls. Yeah, my eyes wide shut like the movie. Nicole Kidman. Oh, that's really sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you for dropping by and saying hi. Hello. Yeah, if anything, I'll share the conversation. I'll share the conversation on the Discord. This conversation may include personal information. So, there's nothing personal in there. So I'm gonna just post it on here. Let's see, ChatGPT combos. All right. I'll put here recap of GME acquisition combo with ChatGPT. That stuff. Tell her about acid and titties. ASST. When you say this name, right? When you say this name, it kind of sounds like something that you're like, wait, what? The 2,800% call on last month. Oh, you're in the home of, but did you get in? But did you get in? Oh. Oh, so like the company is now called Strive. It's under Strive. It's under Strive, but it used to be called Acid and Titties. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Acid and Titties. Ass and titties. Ass and titties. Ass and titties. I kid you not, dude. I'm here just thinking, like, what am I even saying it correctly? Because it's the way it's like, I think I'm saying it correctly. Acid and titties. Acid and titties. Like I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason why they changed the company name to Strive. Oh, you've been watching that one? Yeah. We actually, it's crazy because we pretty much like, I don't even know how it even came about, just running into that company, that ticker symbol, but we looked at it, and then we just started to like research about it and what they were all about. And then I think it was around May of last year, or maybe it was this time around, maybe September of last year. Do you guys remember? Let me see. Let me look at maybe I can look here. I can sort through here and find out. Okay, so here we go. August 26, 2024. Eric, you said, "This is all role playing. Right now I am not trading acid and titties, and it did not nothing. I just imagined it." I just got an alert on acid and titties. I'm a little late. Yeah, so we've been talking about ASST. We've been talking about ASST since August, the end of August 2024. So that was, holy crap, that was way before that run up. August 2024. So mind you, August 2024. Yo, how did time fly so fast? Jeez. So yeah, August 26th. So it was around this point right here, and it was at around $1 and change, and then this spiked up to $3.94 and went on a wild ride, and then it started dropping all the way back down. This thing got shorted all the way to the bottom of like 35 cents back in December of 2024. Then it jumped again. It did all this until something happened when Acid and Titties became a Bitcoin treasury company. When they released that news, this thing went crazy. It literally went from a bottom. It went from a bottom of like 50 cents and went as high as $13.42. So that in itself was like I want to say that was over like 2,500%. And I did not get in. No, but they did have options. I think they still do have options. Oh yeah, they do. But I can tell you for a fact that if I would have gotten in with some contracts and asset entities, well, Strive now, I think we would have made billions and billions of dollars, billions. But I didn't get in, unfortunately. At some point, yeah. I don't know what's going on now because Bitcoin is on a sell-off, and ASST has been getting shorted really heavily, and on top of the fact that I think it's just going with the market. Could it hit another bottom here? It could be possible. I mean, on the daily chart, it is coming to close to oversold territory, so it could happen. But then again, we're not really sure what the future holds for Strive. But we'll keep a close eye on it. Zelly, I saw that. I saw that. Oh, the DJT calls? Yes. So I remember, let's look it up. So I remember DJT. Let's go back in time. Oh, here. Look at this. Test. This was a test play. And these were $35 calls. This was posted April 17, 2024. Expiring May 17. And those contracts cost at the time of close $2.31 per contract. So that's $231 each. And this was the chart. And it was at 26.30 at the time. And there was a clear head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders for DJT at that time. And then it jumped. It jumped from 23.90 to 32.15, causing the contracts to print. So from a low of 180 per contract to a high of 440. And this is what happened afterwards. It ended up hitting a high of 32.15. But I didn't get in. And there was another situation. Let's see if I can find it. Take a look at GTT. Yeah, so, but I didn't get in. didn't get in. Baby, baby, let me tell you what I see. You looking at me. You looking at me. Looking at GME, AMC, TJT. That's it. Alright, speaking of DJT, damn. But yeah, we all called it out. Fishy called it out, and he printed on those calls. Man, that was crazy, 2,800%. But we had called a lot of things, you know. We called out DJT, we called out Acid and Titties, we called out EXK, which is a silver miner play. And you can ask Eric all about it, because he believed in the conviction and he played it. He got in, and he made it. He made a good chunk out of it. We talked about EXK when it was at about like $2, I think. Back in was it 2024 March? Let me see. And this was all in speculation of silver going up like crazy. And it all eventually played out. Not only just HYMC, you know. So here, July 11th, right here, EXK, silver mining potential play in case the price of silver runs, not financial advice. Look at that. It was at 451 at that time. And I think it dropped a little bit afterwards. But sometimes, yeah. What else? XRP? Shoot, we didn't even see XRP coming like the way it ran after Trump's inauguration. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, speaking of silver, HYMC up 19.48% today. That is wild. I love me some XRP too. XRP at the moment right now is at 159. We're at almost 52-week lows from 150. 52-week low of 150, if you guys can believe that already. And we're at 159 for XRP. XLM at 17, almost 18 cents. XCC at 3 cents, almost 4 cents penny. HBAR at 9 cents. So honestly, I'm looking for that opportunity. I'm gonna see if maybe if these levels are good, or maybe because I don't know if Bitcoin were to continue to drop the way it's been dropping. Obviously the whole crypto market has to track along with it. So I would assume that XRP would have much influence to that, and dropping even lower than where it is right now. Because mind you, if Bitcoin were to tank so hard down to like 50K in what it seems to be a huge weekly head and shoulders, and it falls and it literally falls to like 50,000 to retest those lows back in July, let's just say summer of 2024, when Bitcoin was hovering around over 50K. If that can fall back down to those levels, I think XRP would have to fall back to, I want to say, $1, $1.25 maybe. I want to say $1 and change. Not too crazy, but yeah, that does make sense. But listen, we do have a bit of a recovery for silver, gold right now. It's back at $88 an ounce from that big drop and bottoming out around, what was it? Damn, look at that. Sheesh. This thing bottomed where? $71 per ounce. And it's looking like it wants to slowly recover back up again. Gold back over 5,000, almost 5,100. We also have crude oil, slowly trying to recover and potentially break over 64. So if you look into oil stocks, just look into that. Maybe some Oxy, Chevron. Chevron's been pumping too. The whole Venezuela deal going on there. Same thing with Phillips, ExxonMobil, and then you have Halliburton here recovering. Then you have Indonesia Energy. This looks pretty cool. Indonesia Energy bouncing back from $3 and now over $4. AGIG, same thing, tracking, now $3 a share. Not financial advice. My voice is getting more quieter and quieter. If you guys can tell, I'm getting tired. I need some water. I'm in and out right now. But if I start talking a little bit more quieter like this, it might just get dangerous. I'm just being silly, my bad. Yo, Momo, what? No way. No way. But I do have to get some rest in a few, because I'm still kind of recovering from what I went through these past 2 nights. But yeah, oh my gosh. I wish it was still early so I can be able to like hang out with you guys a little bit more. But how you been, Momo? You said you sold out. Oh shoot. I completely missed that comment. I follow Zelly's advice. I put XRP owner on my dating profile. Best advice ever. Oh shoot. But yeah, what do you guys think? What are you guys thinking for the rest of the week? What are y'all focused on in the markets for this week? GME, silver, oil. Like what is your goal for this week? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the chat. Cause there's a lot going on, like for real. You take a look at what we've talked about with the possible acquisitions, and wondering like what could happen if a certain company gets acquired by GME, you know, and what could happen to the price, stuff like that. Unity. But yeah, Unity. Tommy's Burgers. Tommy's Burgers. Oh shoot. No. Do do do. 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 Yo, Snapchat is ass. Yo, who uses Snapchat anyways? Like for real, what is this? Yo, Snapchat just got demolished. This thing was at $9, now it's closed at $6. Of course, it's dying. Snapchat was a thing of the past. Lion, all cool, bro, chilling, recovering. Yeah, man, dude. And I know eventually it's gonna be a long process with what you've been going through. So, you know, hopefully the recovery is going well, and that you'll be back to 1,000%. For sure, Momo. I didn't forget. But I hope that everything is well in general. He said my goal is for Mullen to Mullen. Wait, Mullen? Hold on, that's Bollinger. Let me see, Bollinger. Look, it's called Beanie. Yo, look at Beanie. Look at Bollinger Innovations, aka Mullen. This thing is not even. You can't look at the all-time high. The all-time high from Mullen is 4,986,500,000,000. No, wait, hold on. Wait, 4,986,545,878,138.85 per share. That is Mullen's all-time high. But before all the splits, the all-time high in reality for Mullen is over $460 trillion. Oh my gosh. That is the sickest thing I've ever seen in my life. I think with that kind of money, like you'd pretty much buy out the whole planet, live anywhere you want. That is wild. But let me just go back to X and see what's going on. Feel sad for Jackie and Shadow. All right. Oh no, what is this? Thousands have already picked up their free Kalshi groceries. We are being told we've already inspired other companies to keep up the initiative. 2 more hours to get yours. Oh no, what is this, dude? No way.
Free gross. This was the moment the doors opened today. It was like Christmas all over again. This event promoted online with the tagline, F it, free groceries for everyone by Kalshi. So
Free groceries? Are you serious right now? Thousands have already picked up their free Kalshi groceries. We're being told we've already inspired other companies to keep up the initiative. No way. What is going on in New York City? Why? $1,500 Canada Goose jacket but needs free groceries. How ironic. And then Poly Market is doing the same exact thing too. That's really sad. No. No way. Kids on Roblox are conducting immigration raids. What? Ay, ay, ay.
Eyes for deporting all.
What else is happening here? Let's see. Oh, look at this. It says margin call featuring Michael Saylor. It won't be long. Their debt is unsecured. There is no margin call coming. Listen to that. Copium. You know, that's another thing that I just realized. Like, the fact that if Bitcoin were to continue to sell off the way it is, what is Michael Saylor gonna do? And like, the massive amounts of margin calls that will follow afterwards. That would be insane. That's insane. Let's see. Confirms RV with our members. Now that we know February 8th is full of horse dung. Oh, 2 hours ago, just in, Canada's economy is in recession. February 3rd. Let's check this out. GME potential targets and plan for $100 billion. Guja's construction is in progress, is 96% of CapEx and is not being depreciated, likely boosting earnings. Bitcoin, crypto, and precious metals are linked in ways you would not think, and more. Wow. Last month, Nancy Pelosi disclosed a sale of up to $500,000 worth of PayPal stock. Today, or yesterday, PayPal is down 20%. 47 minutes ago, NVIDIA AI chip sales to China stalled by U.S. security review per FT.
All the fucking flaw in my wallet right now, all the shoggoth.
The streamer accidentally showed the private key to his crypto wallet live on stream. Within seconds, someone drained $100,000 from his account. Damn. The Berkshire connection exposed. They thought no one was watching the collateral, but the data does not lie. According to retail researchers, hedge funds are allegedly using Berkshire Hathaway Class A as inflated collateral to survive their GameStop shorts. Damn. Let's see. Just in, Pepsi company to cut prices by up to 15% on Doritos, Cheetos, and Lay's chips. Pepsi company? Yeah, I don't even eat that. It's trash.
As a result of it, and wow, Bitcoin is collapsing yet again, and I'm losing all of my money as a result of it. And one major issue that's causing this collapse, according to Mike Novogratz, who basically was just on his earnings call saying $9 billion of Bitcoin was dumped in Q4, thanks to the fact that there's AI quantum computing fears. What is going on right now? The developers don't want to do a damn thing. Not only is Michael Saylor's Ponzi completely collapsing and is underwater once again, thanks to the current prices, but the developers aren't doing anything to fix this. Nick Carter has come out multiple times. He's like, yo, you guys are headed towards the total train wreck. Well, the market is headed towards the total train wreck right now because they won't do a damn thing. You guys need to get your act together and fucking fix it. Well,
Yo, what's wrong with his face? Jeez. I think his face would probably cause a collapse. Goodness gracious. Yep. Whoa, thousands of investors are posting screenshots on X showing they closed their Binance account Binance reportedly halted withdrawals. Not a crypto bro, but isn't this exactly how the FTX collapse began? Ooh, that's just speculation. My goodness.
Vibrations of the transformation, yeah. Forever loving intervention. Energy rising in unique progression. You're watching me glow, feeling the flow. Positive energy continues to grow. Y'all already know, others rushing too fast. Better take it real slow. They call me mellow, yellow.
Alright, guys. It's getting late. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. My eyes are like halfway open. Motherfucker just got punched in the face during a boxing match. Asking Mick, cut me, Mick, like Rocky. The U.S. government is projected to shut down again before Valentine's Day, which is a 51% chance. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like struggling right now. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody else. Yeah, so if anything, just in case, again, that ChatGPT conversation is posted on the Discord if you want to check it out and review it, and everything else that was reviewed in the stream, of course, based on speculation. It was all nothing but educational, research, and entertainment purposes, not financial advice. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for jumping onto the stream and showing some love, and for being here. Fishy, thank you for the one gifted. Shout out to you. And Momo, I know even though I only got to see you for a few, but hopefully everything goes well with you in your recovery. Same thing goes for Sunny Gigi. Hopefully she can recover quickly from her bacterial infection. Shout out to you, Misty, thank you. Eric, Momo, Fishy, Moise, Zelly, Chris, and Data Zero too. Shout out to Data Zero for coming onto the stream and showing some love around the beginning of the stream. So thanks to him. And yeah, until next time, hopefully you guys have a great night. Sleep well, and all the best for tomorrow's trading day, or I guess you can say today. Thank you all. Take care, and you have a great night. Peace out, my homies. Thank you all. Thank you, Momo. Peace and love. Eric. Shout out to everybody else. Kai Supreme, Johnny, TP, and everybody else who was a part of the Lion's Den. Alright, y'all. Take care. Have a good night. Peace out. Chris. Shout out to you, Chris Pavetta. It's been a long time. I'm about to head out to sleep right now, brother. So hopefully everything is well with you, man. You coming in at the wrong time, man. But yeah. If anything, hit me up on Discord, man. Peace out, fam. Crispy Kreme. Peace out, hermano. Let's go. Dang, it was.
Drowning out the noise, baby, baby. Always staying locked in. No, there's no time in wasting. Well, it comes to dealing with boys. What's the point of all that? Reason when all you talk about is playing, beginning, middle and end. Your messages was always unread, but you still sucking on multiplayer when your team keeps sleeping, you dead. Get right with my mind. There isn't really any time. You ain't deserving any of this. When all those games ain't worth a dime. Hopefully soon you will find out. When all your stats starts to fall down. You know it, but I ain't done. Game over. Start. I gave you space, gave you grace, gave you all of me. You hit repeat on the same old apologies. I'm too awake for the games you play on me. No more tokens for a love that's on board, yeah. You know it, but I ain't done. Game over, no redo. Controller, down and through. You know it. I chose me. No more levels, none. This heart's not DLC. There's no restarting. Figure it out. You say you was in that play. You said all the AMC, that stock is about to get hot. Yeah, I know it has been too long. I've been all around too much. How to get back all my money and get all of my gains, giving me all that more ass, more still. Thinking about them green markets when I could have gone in on that play. Get right with your mind, get back everything that you lost. Got some silver, got some Tesla. Boys about to explode. Give me all of the GME, cause I know that they will all work out. We finally see it all fall down. It's us versus the market. Only you can find it in the lion's den. Lion's den, baby. Lion's den, baby. This is not financial. Lion's den, baby. We're just learning and observing. Lion's den, and the family. You bet I can. As such. But did you get in? True, baby, true, baby, true, baby, true. Lion's den, baby.
Entre la lluvia, que fue lo que pasó, yo no te puedo ni ver. Te sigo amando siempre, saliendo loco, descontento por la ciudad, sintiendo amor que no puede